Hello, Leo. This is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly love reading. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of my new and existing subscribers. Your support means everything, so thank you, thank you, thank you so much. All right, let's see what God Angels Universe has in store for you, Leo. Card trying to get away. The card of new opportunities, the Ace of Pentacles. I just get right away, automatically, this feels like new life, new breath of fresh air, new beginning. Just, angels are also saying too for you, Leo, kind of feels like something that you wanted, especially sitting here with the Magician. It feels like something that you've orchestrated. Nice. Ooh, Five of Wands. Kind of feels like this new beginning, new decision was built off of controversy and anguish and stress and strife and sick of living in the old way. There's Aries showing up as the Emperor. One more card, Spirit. And I just keep hearing you wanted this, you wanted this, you wanted this. For some of you, you could be in that sweet spot of new opportunity. Everything is going great. It's wonderful. It's not like your old situation. Look at that. Look at that. The Emperor and the Empress. He called out his queen. And then you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is telling your truth unapologetically. It's like, bump that. I don't care about tact. I don't care about diplomacy. You're going to hear me. You're going to hear my mouth. You're going to hear me out. You're going to hear what I have to say. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have definitely been more vocal with your partner, your mate. I'm also hearing for some of you too that this was a trait that you didn't really maybe master in previous relationships, which is basically telling your truth. You know, kind of, I'm also getting to, especially since that pairing is sitting right next to the King of Swords, that's you kind of letting your partner know what you want, what you need, what you desire, what you like, what you don't like. It's not always just negative, right? It's not just you putting your foot down and standing your ground. But I also feel like there's a lot of communication here about how you feel about your partner, how you feel about your mate. You make me happy because of this. I love this about you. I love, you know, and especially with the King of Cups here, you had the telling your truth, but also expressing love. And I know, Leo, in previous readings, that definitely was something God, angels, and universe was working with you on, was that telling your truth and, you know, opening up your heart and living from your heart space versus living from your head. And these cups, you know, the King of Cups, Page of Cups showing up doesn't surprise me at all. On the bottom, you have the Two of Pentacles, which kind of implies maybe some back and forth, a little game playing, you know, turning around, looking at the past, taking stock of what happened in the past to help you and guarantee a better future. Okay, so let's just read these cards by placement. With the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups, that's new opportunity in love. It's almost like you have a better shot at achieving your love goals. Not only that, but it kind of feels like there's this new beginning with someone, you know, maybe a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? Do you have your eyes set on someone who you're falling in love with? You're in the process of falling in love with? Is this person, you know, somebody new that you just met and they see you as an Ace of Pentacles? Yeah, you're the... I think that's pretty cool anytime you come together in a new relationship, because at the very beginning, each person is a breath of fresh air from previous situations, previous relationships. So definitely with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups, it's that breath of fresh air, that new beginning. But then especially with this being the King of Cups too, but you know, especially with this being the King of Cups, is what I was going to say was, this kind of feels like the universe got it right. You know, it's almost like this person is checking off a lot of boxes on your list, Leo. Now, You know, I just noticed the infinity sign, not just noticed, but it kind of jumped out at me, the infinity sign above the magician with the Ace of Wands, another ace, basically new beginning for new beginning, new opportunity, new passion, new enthusiasm, new excitement, you know, new motivation. And I kind of feel like, especially with the magician card here and that infinity sign, I feel like a lot of you, yes, are listening more of to your gut, to God, spirit, angels, you know, helping to guide you. But then also at the same time, what I got as well was, don't let me mess this up. I don't want to screw this up. You know, so the magician here for you, Leo, is almost like you want to do everything right, or you want to do things right in this new relationship, you know, which is probably a polar opposite to what you were doing in previous relationships. But of course, it wasn't because of you only, right? Of course, you've done a lot of healing, but it also depended on the person you were dealing with as well. You know, if you were with somebody who every time you paid them a compliment, they countered it with, I'm not sexy. Like if you're like, hey, sexy, I'm not sexy, I'm not, you know what I mean? Which is toxic in my opinion. But anyway, this is not about my opinion, but moving on. I just kind of feel like you're excited, you're hopeful, hope has returned. Not only that, but I'm looking at these first four cards and there's just a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, especially you have the double aces, right? Opportunity and passion, right? Honesty, you know what I mean? And passion, honesty and motivation, honesty and drive. So I just kind of feel like, you know, for those of you who just met somebody new or your relationships have been rekindled or renewed, I just kind of feel like there's a boatload of hope that, okay, we're going to get it right this time. We're going to do it. We're going to do it big. We're going to do it right this time. And I just kind of feel like one of you is there kind of quote unquote doing the work and the other person is there kind of distributing the love, right? Whether that's you or your person, Leo, I just kind of feel like, nope, we're all on the same page. We all signed the same contract. We all have the same goal. Okay. 5 of Wands with the 6 of Wands, right? That is progression. That's moving forward. That's leaving the old behavior behind, the competition, the drama, the back and forth, the tug of war, the bumping heads, right? All of the controversy and the drama you're moving away from. Angels just said you're moving on from. Okay. Next here with the Emperor, now we're starting to talk about, say, for instance, future. Okay, for a lot of you, say, for instance, who are in newer relationships or, again, rekindling, you know, now that there's this air of newness that's over your relationship, for me, you know, I'm asking on your behalf, Leo, okay, where do we go from here, right? And this part of the reading, I was just told, kind of covers and addresses that, okay? These are with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is things turning, you know, turning around in your favor. Wheel of Fortune also represents cycles. Wheel of Fortune also represents karma, right? Because karma is nothing but a cycle. Basically, if you put shit on the wheel, it's going to come back as shit. If you put, you know, beauty on the wheel, it's going to come back as beauty, right? So that's that cyclical nature. That's things turning out, things basically turning, right? And with the Emperor here, it's almost like you, Leo, are serious, right? This is a card of Aries. Okay, Aries is the first of the zodiacs, right? Excuse me, the first of the sun signs. So you're at the beginning phases of this new cycle. You acknowledge that, you realize that, but also too, what I get is you realize that whatever you put in your foundation, right? Because this is a foundation laying phase, but it's almost like you understand that if you don't do your work, if you don't lay a solid foundation, Leo, it's going to come back to bite you in the end, probably, you know, the same as what happened in this five of Wands, 6 of Wands relationship. Right? The fives in the tarot represent change and kind of pinnacle moments and, you know, the kind of crossroads, right? Okay, it's like, okay, we're battling. What are we doing? What are we battling for? Who's going to be the victor? Who's going to be, you know, the loser? You see what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like, again, it is hot and heavy on your mind, Leo, that you don't make the same mistakes twice. Okay, so the Emperor represents, you know, somebody who's in a position to make decisions. Not just decisions for himself. He basically lays the groundwork, you know, speaking of foundations, right? Like, it's the Emperor who's the decision maker. The Emperor is over all the kings in the tarot. Okay, he tells the kings what to do, or you know, 'cause the emperor is kind of like the president, and kings are like the governors. Okay, it's especially here in the States. But the emperor basically is giving out orders. He's powerful. He's making decisions. So again, this kind of says to me, related to this new cycle, this new beginning, you are making decisions up front that you know and you're hoping that will have positive effects later on. Okay. Now, his wife, his queen, the empress, with that page of cups, this is you also recognizing, okay, I got to be strong. I got to do this. This is where we're headed. These are the steps I'm going to take. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm working on. But you're also not forgetting to love. You're not forgetting that you actually have to show up in this situation emotionally. You have to breathe life into it, right? The emperor can say, hey, we're going to, you know, from Florida to New York. But it's the empress, say, for instance, who's going to determine what path we take. And also she's responsible for putting the gas in the car, choosing the car, you know, how fast we go, how slow we go, right? He determines where we're headed, but she determines the path that we take. Okay, so in this new relationship, yes, I want a relationship that is more loving, more understanding, more honest, more caring, more whatever. I also have to do my part and show up as well. So in a relationship that's more honest, more caring, more this, more that, I'm the person who has to put positive, beautiful, wonderful things in that cup and then deliver that cup, right? The pages in the tarot are messengers. So you are taking and remembering that you need to put something in this cup and deliver it to your partner and deliver it to your mate in order to sustain life into this relationship. Okay, which is freaking awesome, Leo. This is an amazing reading so far. Okay, now this to me is a little contradictory in terms, right? Because you have the King of Swords, who's, you know, truth. He's a great general. He's going to bark out orders. He's going to tell you what to do, right? He sometimes could be, you know, seen as a dictator, you know, and that is definitely something, Leo, I think you or your partner are very mindful of. And the reason why I can say that definitely is because the Two of Pentacles is there, right? The Two of Pentacles is making sure you, this, whatever this is, it stays balanced, right? That one person is not given toward, you know, too much and the other one's just absorbing and accepting, right? The King of Swords, what angels just told me too, is also establishing order and what will be and what will not be as well. So he's making the decision, the Emperor's making the decision, but the general, right, the King of Swords, he's making sure we carry it out. He's policing this whole process. He's policing the balance, right? Not only that, but every now and then, if you start to wander off, I mean, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm going to allow you to wander off, or I'm going to reel you back in, okay? And let you know, hey, you're out of line. It's almost like the King of Swords is like the referee. You know what I mean? He's kind of communicating like, hey, you know, yeah, we had a beautiful, loving weekend and it was great and wonderful and I love you so much, but, you know, what do we want to do with our future? Right? So one half of it is love and relationships and relating, but then the other half of it too is progressing and, you know, everything that is not love. Okay? Which I think is freaking awesome. What I'm also hearing too for you, Leo, for those of you who are in the situation, this is very different for you. You know, this is absolutely very different for you because it's almost like, yeah, it's almost like you always wanted this person, but you kind of never thought that you would get it or the universe would show up with this person like they are. Okay? What I'm also hearing maybe from some of you is it's like, okay, Alex, is this just too good to be true? And it's like, yeah, let's go with that. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have been in 2020 with me. You know how wonky 2020 has been. So if the universe is showing up with something that's too good to be true, I'm taking it. Okay, so let's pull 3 romance angels and see what else God, angels, and universe has for you. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations helped bring you together. I just said that. It's like the universe has finally got it right. And keep going, Leo. By the way, don't just want this person, get this person, and then stop hoping, wishing, and praying. Keep hoping, wishing, and praying and blessing your relationship. right? Keep working on your relationship. Keep bringing newness into it. Keep bringing the fire and the energy and the passion, the practicality and the love and the, progression. That's the other thing too, especially here, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, right? That is progression. Okay, so keep and make sure your relationship is progressing forward. Next card, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I kind of feel like that's exactly why you are steadfast and determined to keep balance in this relationship, because you are all too familiar with relationships in the past that were completely one-sided. I feel like that's actually what's driving and motivating you, especially here in this relationship, Leo, that you keep things fresh and new and exciting. And also, like I said, keep your partner engaged. Remember, King of Swords is the referee. So if you go out of bounds, he can blow that whistle and let you know, dude, you're out of bounds. You can either come back in or you can get out of the game. Okay? I was only going to pull one more card, but 2 showed up, so we're going to pull those both. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay? Okay. Because I was going to say, is this really related to money? I looked at you. I looked at your partner just that quick, believe it or not. And it was like, no, finances and career to me, again, just has to do with that balance. Right? You have the 2 of Pentacles here, which Pentacles does represent, finances as well, material items, right? But I think for you, Leo, especially as discussed in our previous reading, value is more than love for you, right? Value is great love, but it is also progression and direction and practicality and, well, when we can get married and have kids, that's great, but where are we going to live? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Right? That's the part of it I feel like you need as well, Leo. Last card, deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Okay? That to me is your kind of quote unquote warning. 2 things. Number 1, yes, there could be some, I don't know. I can't even give you that. I can't even give you deception, because in looking at these cards, that for me as a reader, there's not deception on this table. You have the magician who manipulates, right? But he's not manipulating, that's not a negative energy. I don't read reversals. I didn't get anything negative from this card. Manipulation could be good. Manipulation could be bad as well, right? But the deception here to me is, kind of making you make sure you keep your feet on the ground. That you don't get so power hungry, power struggle, and egotistical in all of this because it's going right. It's better than the last person. Is this, that, or the other? Like, don't get inside of your head and become that Leo lion pride. Okay? So be careful about the deception as far as why you're wanting these things. Are you working on this relationship so hard so you can prove to your old person in your other relationship, like, yeah, that was bullshit and you were bullshit. And here's how I know you're bullshit, because me and my boo, right? In other words, all of this effort, attention, and energy you're putting into this new relationship, Leo, make sure it's genuine, right? Make sure it's genuine and not so you could prove something wrong or prove someone wrong. And then the last thing, I will mention too, of course, I cannot leave this reading without addressing the fact that, yes, this particular situation could be soulmate, twin flame, right? I don't subscribe to that, but for those who do, yeah, this person you're dealing with right now could be the one, could be your person, could be your perfect match, whatever that is. So Leo, definitely enjoy it. Take care of it. Make sure you're in it for the right reasons and keep it balanced. Keeping it balanced means, yes, being practical, which I know you are very much so, but also at the same time, you got to breathe life and breathe. You have to breathe love into this relationship. Okay? You have to keep it alive. And the only way that you're going to do that is by continuing to allow love to show up and give love and distribute love. But I don't give a shit about you giving it or distributing it. It has to be genuine. It has to come from your heart, because this is who you're dealing with. Okay? And he didn't get in this position by no fakeness, by no fake love. Okay? All right, Leo, amazing reading. I hope that helps. If it does resonate, please go ahead and hit like, subscribe, share, and I love you guys. Continue to take care of yourselves. Bye.